how much more, but it won't be hard to compare and tell.
Okay.
Hey, how much you want for that little Bobcat?
The Bobcat, 12 hours, on last one through.
Okay, you're live.
We're live? All right, well, why don't we go ahead and start? We're gonna say the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome. We're kind of short-handed on some of our employees. They're on vacation, so they're not here. We got one at a ball tournament, so. So we had our pledge. We have announcements. The Pottery Festival is June 12th and 14th. The Clay City Fair is June 13th to 21st. The VBS Bible School, Community Bible School is June 22nd to the 26th, and that's at the park. And the other thing is, we're gonna have an executive session after this meeting, so I will not adjourn when we're finished. Just so we'll stay in, it's for us to discuss, one of our employees is leaving, so we need to put out an application. So that's what that's for. Did you guys read the minutes? I get a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. We have any public comments? David, I know you've got something.
Yeah. That tree, the pictures that you have, it was in March when I got to talk to my attorney. And my question to my attorney at that time, I asked him if I can legally get up to that tree that's over on my property and trim it down. And automatically he replied, don't do it.
Yeah.
If I do, then he could turn around, the owner, and say, well, I killed the tree, and I'd have to replace it. So I got the call on. Okay, we'll back up. When he first got that property off the sheriff's auction, I talked to him about that tree then. And I told him it could be a potential hazard at that time. And he said, no. How do you figure that? I said, well, it could fall over on my garage. He said, well, double your insurance. Then I made a comment, I said, well, there's a possibility it could fall on that senior housing over there. And he made a comment, he says, it's not that tall. That's the reason why I stood on 4th Street, took a picture of that tree to show how tall it is. So then I made a comment, I said, well, you could have that transformer. And he made a comment, he said, it just stores electricity. And I made a comment, I said, well, that could go up like a Titan missile. I was into that one. Now, that tree could also, if it falls to the east, it could possibly hit my house.
Yeah.
And the tree is rotting, and it's rotting at the base. So whenever we had that storm, I think in 24, a portion of that tree limb was hanging over the alley. It could have hit some of the senior citizens' cars, but the wind took it and put it in the back of his yard. I talked to him again about that tree, and about the same thing. Now, I asked John Oxby if I could mention his name. He said, I could. John talked to him also about that tree. Now, what was said, I don't know. So now here I'm standing. And my lawyer made a comment that to make a comment to any home dwellers close by of that tree. Let them be aware of it, which I have done that. So there again, here I stand. I understand that you can't actually make him, you can send letters and all that. The laws on these trees are very vague.
They are.
And, well, that's why I'm here.
Unfortunately, I don't know about you guys, but the way I understand it is it's on private property. I can send him a letter and request that he take it down, but I can't order him to take it down.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
The main thing is, I'm getting everything on record. If that tree does fall on my property, now there's legal documentation that at least my insurance company can go after theirs.
Yes,
So that's another procedure why I'm here.
okay. I don't know if you know, or do you know what he's talking about?
I do.
Okay. I will send a letter, and I don't know if he came down this year, 'cause
Yeah, he came down Saturday,
he was here Saturday.
yes.
Next
It's
time
been
you-
quite a while, but he was down here Saturday.
Yeah, next time you see him there, let me know, and maybe I could just friendly ask him if he would consider taking at least the top of it off, you know, and that would do damage.
But the one picture I took yesterday, you could really tell there at the base of that tree is rotting.
Do I have it?
It's in the back of your.
Yeah, I drove by there, and I agree, I wouldn't want it over my garage. All I can tell you is I'll send him a letter, and if he's there, if I see him, I can stop and try and talk to him.
He's
Right.
usually down on the weekends,
Okay, yeah, that's okay,
well, mainly Saturday.
my sister lives right across the street, so I see him all the time. I mean, that he's not there, so, okay.
Alright,
That's all I can do for you, I'm sorry, if you want, I think you could probably file a civil suit. But I think you would have to have damages to do that, so
well, that was mentioned when I talked to Jack Woodard,
yeah,
and,
Well, nothing's happened yet.
yeah. that's
You
why
said
I
I wouldn't
said
give
you-
him any advice, because,
No, but I said you would have to have damages, and he doesn't have them.
right,
so there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah,
but more or less, he said this could drag out, as far as courts,
yeah,
so,
So, let's move on.
okay, I will send him a letter though,
okay.
okay. Anybody else for a public comment? No? Reports, we have the clerk treasurer.
I presented to you in your packet, where the funds stand. We're getting really close to, a couple of the appropriations coming back into the positive,
Mhm.
which is a good thing. I'm gonna be asking State Board of Accounts, depending on which ones that they were, in the negative for the general, if I could write a resolution to bring those back up into the positive, with the bond money that we have. So it would just be certain appropriations within the general fund, and bring those back up into where they're supposed to be. So we shall see, but, per State Board of Accounts recommendation, I received the money and how it was supposed to be. I spoke with the Wabash Valley Community Foundation, this week, and we are still in the running for the grant. They're doing their scoring process right now, which is a good thing. So we'll just see kind of where we go, and then, if we score high enough, they will invite us back to do a presentation for the 25,000, for the grant request for the generators. There is two upcoming debt obligations, the USDA, bond repayment. It draws down on July 1st, for the amount of about 45,000. The interest, I've not gotten the paper yet to know exactly how much it is, but it's around 45,000. And then I called First Financial today, and that, payment is due July 1st in the amount of $1,379.83. I'm happy to say that we have the money in the account to pay all of them, and it not be a big deal. We are just working towards making sure everything is still up to date and doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Okay, for those of you who do not know, we did receive, the bond money. It wasn't as much as we thought, it was 171,000.
Yeah, it was
And some change.
170,000.
And, so she has went through State Board of Accounts to make sure it's appropriately put where it's supposed to go, so.
And they were
Yeah.
pleased, everything
Yes.
looked good.
So that's what she's talking about, trying to get some accounts up to date. Alrighty. Larry, are you doing the police?
Terry said
Are
he
you
submitted a report
Yes,
earlier.
Skaggs, in your packet, Skaggs had, submitted the police, report, everything was standard operations, he didn't have any concerns. We've been working together for the social media, just encouraging people to clean up, he's been doing all of that stuff, if you've got any questions, you can
Okay,
text him or
Well, he says he has 27 traffic stops, warnings, citations, and traffic arrests, and he has 36 domestic calls with animal theft and property, and ordinance warnings, he put out 10 for grass. So he has been busy.
Mhm.
There's a update on Sheps, on vehicles that he tagged, and all of that, and you're welcome to look at it if you would like. Anybody else? Got anything?
Along that way, though, we gotta keep on these dogs running wild.
Well, that, and there's two trapped in, one in a garage and one in a house on the same property, and we called the Humane Society and they will not come down, they will not. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well,
That's the issue we have with every dog call we get.
Yes, they won't,
They
they will
won't come
not.
get them.
They're full, they're
Well,
not
these are-
taken anymore.
Dogs that people,
Yes,
there's a couple come by my house the other day, said, we just got chased by 3 pit bulls,
down on White Street.
and I said, shoot them.
You can't shoot a firearm.
If they're attacking you,
Yeah.
you could shoot them.
Yes, you could.
And, well, the lady was there hollering at them, but they wouldn't come back. I said, I asked them the address, and they said, I don't know, somewhere over there.
I believe Skaggs was
If I'm on my
dispatching
golf
unit.
cart and one starts chasing me, I'm not gonna let it bite me,
You can protect yourself if you are threatened.
especially
But most
3
people
of them.
don't carry a gun.
Anyway,
They do
And
it
then-
like.
I do.
there was like 4 or 5 great big poodles on Main Street and Robin Petrowski's yard, running, chasing their cats and everything over the weekend. Great big poodle.
I see that on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know who they belong to. Anyway, I know the guys are doing the best you can, but we'll have to put it out on,
I'll put it on social media.
Who do we go, is there an animal control for the state? I mean, if we can't get, no, there's not?
No, there's a lot of different sections to the law.
Yeah.
And a lot of different ordinances for the town and for the state, or for the county. But we have, if the shelter doesn't come get them, we've got no option except to put them down, and we don't have the authority to put them down in most cases.
No, and then you would be sued by the owners.
Yeah.
so.
And I don't make enough to pay that if.
They don't have cage anymore?
We used to have a cage, but then on the weekends and
they
stuff,
won't come get them though.
people would just come and dump them in there, and we wouldn't know they were there, and they didn't have food and water and all that, so you can't leave.
Yeah, that's the last thing we wanna do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to.
I'll post that on social media first thing tomorrow.
but there are a lot of cats running around too now. Water, Randy is not here. She had,
It's just the little sticky
okay,
notes
she
for the
has,
shut-offs.
yeah, she had 5 adjustments, so y'all look at them if you want to make a motion whether to accept those sewer adjustments.
Make a motion to accept the sewer adjustment.
Second, third.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. And then she had a list of shut-offs she had for the month for non-payment, and she's doing very well. She also went out and she found 9 customers that had service and hadn't been paying their water bills. That will increase our revenue also.
2 came in and paid already, and one of them called today and didn't realize that she had to pay a water bill.
Really?
That's what she said. I said, well, your water's shut off until,
Trump voters?
Well, I think, and then we had one that moved into a house they just bought last week, and was supposed to be here Monday, and they didn't pay it. And on Wednesday, you went and shut it off. So, you gotta do it. Okay, I think that's all for the water, except she did say that she had, was going with whoever she was talking about last month on cleaning the pond,
yes.
because nobody else would give her a quote. They weren't capable to do that, so she's got it going, to get on the calendar.
she ought to get an attaboy. She was on her knees with her face in them
I know.
meters, and I thought, man, I feel
She was busting
sorry
it.
for her.
Sewer. So, what you got?
I think our pump is done for the campground. Needs picked up, so we got to figure out if we're gonna do it or Jake or whatever. And then, we've had Wabash come down, which haven't heard anything from them about our grid auger out there at Headworks. That, I and them kinda talked about. We got our piece in for the other part of Headworks. So, but other than that, everything's good out there so far.
With the rain, everything's coming back into
Yeah, now
normal?
everything's, it's all calming down a little bit, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Yes.
Which is nice, so,
Right. Awesome. And you said you got your bulbs cleaned?
yeah, bulb clean, doing good on E. coli's, so.
Nice. Street department, he is at a tournament, so he gave me his sheet. He's completed 24 locates, changed out meters, filled potholes on South Langford with cold patch, dug trenches, installing drain, backfilling curbs down Main Street are getting done. I think Cody is helping with that, mowing and all the properties is Jet, right?
Yes.
Used tractor, sickle bar knocked down, all this stuff. I sent him over by your house to do that, okay. Slater did Outline Street, completed monthly meter reads, trying to control and burn off the burn pile, preparing for Codwell tanks, and set up for water tower, finished Terry Cono's culvert. Okay, so that was his. Did he have anything else? You know what?
No,
Okay.
he's gonna be scheduling to go get the pump and coordinating with the guys to get that figured out.
Are the locates slowing down? Surely people should all have internet by now.
You'd think, he averages about 7 to 10 a week.
You don't have internet? How do you survive?
Quietly.
I
don't
got
answer
on
you guys'
GIS and printed all these.
I look at my phone and your texts are on quiet and then it says 23, so now I look at it. Well, I don't get in, like, sending a heart every time somebody does something. Or, good job.
I wanna be told I did a good job. I'm just messing with you. Old business, we have the tower update. Well, they were supposed to start on the 24th. Well, that changed again. No, they called Friday and wanted to be here Monday. Well, Randy is in Myrtle Beach, so we couldn't drain the tower. So they couldn't come Monday, so now they're coming next week. So they will be here on the 9th to start taking the bowl off and cutting it in two. They're gonna do one on the ground
Yeah, and then one over,
in the drive.
yeah, in the drive. It won't obstruct anybody getting their water, but it will be there.
Yeah. So, they changed the date every other week, so they weren't happy that they weren't coming because our attorney sent them a letter stating that they were in breach of contract, so if we run into issues, that they were gonna be responsible, like paying $750,000 back to Okra if they have to. So, anyway, they will be here next Tuesday, and the tower will be drained by then. Carl Pipe's hearing got postponed. It is now July 16th. It's still in Indianapolis with Judge Sweeney at 1 o'clock. They're still looking for letters of support. And if anybody wants to go, they're welcome to go. It's open. If anybody wants to speak, they can speak. They just have to be on a list and submit their, whatever they're gonna speak about.
Yeah, if you wish to do that, just coordinate with town hall and we can send it to the district attorney.
No cursing.
No cursing.
And
No calling your names.
No, you
Make it very
cannot
explicit about
personally
that.
attack, that's
No.
not it. It is what it has it done that
How it
you see for
affected
the
you.
town, that's it. Okay, Wabash Valley Camp Lift Station, that's what he was just talking about, the pump is repaired, it's $4,693.34, and we need to make arrangements to pick that up. Back to the street department, we have the fencing ordered for the bulk water station at the park, so it is gonna be chain link instead of wood. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we putting it in or somebody else?
He is gonna put it in.
I think we are. It shouldn't be, you'd only have to have like the 2 end posts in a corner and concrete.
We were gonna do that, and then I think, Henson's greenhouse.
Yeah.
We can do a couple pots.
Quit
And,
pinching that baby.
He's been great to work with. All the flowers came from him. We'll put some pots out there and make it look pretty, so it won't look down.
Well, if you don't wanna put a pot, I just plant something in the ground. It's something that would come back every year, and then you just
Not
have
mow
to
over
trim
it.
it. Oh, mow over it?
Have to weed it around it.
Okay. We already went through David's thing on his tree, so that was covered. We had a meeting about, since we're not paying our second police officer, and we have Larry, and he's working quite a few hours, we had a meeting to pay him $100 a month appreciation. It's not a salary, and it's just for this year until we figure out what's going on. But he is putting his own time and money into it, and we're gonna help, do that. So he will get 2 payments, one in June or July, and one in December of $600.
I didn't know that, thank you.
You're welcome.
And it'll be coming out of the deferral appropriation. Chris said that we are allowed to do that, and he approved it.
Yes.
Should the council approve it.
Yes, but it still needs to be put in the minutes and in our, book. Okay. The water tower, the only thing we're requesting is that citizens who are going to put pools up, try to fill them before they take the water tower out of service. Everybody is contacting me wanting to know if we can haul the water to them to fill their pool up, and I said, we don't have anything to haul water, so you would have to hire, the water truck from the fire departments or somebody to haul water, because we don't do that. We are going to call, I think, who's gonna do that? Who called them last time? To get the street sweeper before the fair. I think all the curbs will be done, and we needed Main Street this week, most of it, and the notices went out for the grass. Do you know who to call? It's,
Yeah, it's the
Brad
highway.
Stoltz.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Ordinances, we're gonna revise, our animal ordinance. It is 2021-1, and it already has in there that you can't take your horse down city streets and let them poop and leave it. So, we've had issues in the last week or two about that, and it's already in the ordinance, but we are going to add to the ordinance that they cannot take any farm animals on the sidewalks. You cannot take your horse down Main Street on the sidewalk and let it poop, because it's not a good thing. So, that is the only revised thing to the animal ordinance that we have. The other ordinance that we're going to revise is the mowing ordinance for, our guys to mow after they've received their warning and their ticket, and they don't. We can mow and put it on their taxes, so we were getting
$150,
$150, and we're raising it to,
$300, or whatever you guys decide.
that's what we have to decide.
Other towns do, anywhere from $300 to $500. Surrounding counties like Vigo County, they divide it, so it's a little bit
I
different.
will state that these are people that do not live here. They have no idea. So,
Are they getting letters so they know?
they are.
Okay.
They're getting letters, door hangers, and then our, officers have been wonderful. They've been knocking on the doors and speaking with, the owners, when they're there or trying to get a hold of them. So there's no not being notified.
So we need to come up with, whatever amount, to amend that ordinance. And then we need motions to do both, well, we have one more and then we'll have motions to do them.
So currently it's $50 for the citation, for the officer to write the ticket, and then it's $100 for the mowing fee, just so that you guys know.
And that's not getting it because they still don't care.
No.
They don't wanna hire.
It's not
somebody.
biting hard enough.
So had we had to mow them over twice?
There's one property
There's-
that we've mowed 3 times.
1001 White Street, we have mowed that for
I guess that's been,
4 or 5 years.
Oh my gosh, I'm charging
Because-
at least $500 every
Yeah,
time you mow
He
it.
doesn't care.
So does he not live here? Is
No.
it a rental? Oh.
It's people that go to the sheriff's office and just buy
Oh.
property. They've never been here to see it. I don't know why they buy it,
It'd be cheaper for him to see it in their yard.
but he owns quite a few things around here. We have a third ordinance that is, to write, am I going too fast?
No,
Oh, who you left?
Probably one of the best.
We had a third ordinance, we have it set in stone exactly how much it costs to do water connections. But for some reason, I cannot find, and nobody else can find, a connection for our sewer fee to connect into our sewer. We do have it that anybody that lives in town has to have sewer connected. So there are some of them that I'm sending letters to that's what they're getting wrote up for, is not connected to the sewer. They do not have to have water to have a well, but they have to have sewer. So we need to figure out a sewer fee, and I don't think we should vote on this one tonight because we need to look up what it's gonna cost to connect to it.
I think they used to have a charge, because when I looked at, modular up over on Washington Street, that I had to pay. to get it
I
hooked
went
up.
through all the
I
paperwork
went
here
through.
Thursday and Friday, and what I have at home, I do not have it.
Yeah, that's weird.
we have the water one, but there is no mention of sewer, and there's nothing behind the water one, where you would think it would be.
Did it used to be like double your water one or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't remember, it's been so long ago, I don't remember what it was, but I just know I paid to get hooked up.
That may be the thing that affects our Main Street guy, cause he doesn't have any sewer.
Yeah.
He does?
No, he doesn't.
That's what I'm
one of
saying.
them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, let's get that done.
Yeah, so we need to work on that. We'll talk about it more in our executive meeting. But, so we need a motion to revise ordinance 2021. And that is the mowing, right?
No, that one is the animal, the poop one.
Okay.
The
And
poop board.
Yeah, it's just to keep them
It
off
is.
of sidewalks. It will say that it just, they cannot have farm animals on the side.
And
city
it's
sidewalks.
attached to your guys' packets.
Okay, so what was the ordinance number for, the mowing? We don't have it.
I'll have to look it up, I can't remember off the top of my head, I know I should know it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion.
To accept both,
Yeah, to accept both of them.
okay,
What are you increasing the, mowing ordinance to?
second.
nope, gotta have an amount.
Oh.
You have a $50 ticket fee,
Well, we just double,
and
Yeah.
then you have,
you know?
What, on the mowing?
yes, or we could do like Brazil, they contract out. They take a person and say, do you wanna mow at your own time, you know, this is the yard that most, but a lot of these you have to bush hog
Well,
first.
we're not collecting They're not gonna collect.
No, we have to pay them.
Yeah, we pay them, and then when we collect,
Let's make it $400-500.
then you think that will do something? Okay, so how about $450 for mowing and $50 for the ticket, that's $500.
There you go.
Does anybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, now you can make a motion for that
Well, I'll make a motion for that.
I'll second that.
one. All in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion carried. And then, the animal ordinance,
Oh, my Lord.
we need a motion to amend it to add the sidewalks, that farm animals cannot be on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to amend the ordinance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Okay, and the other one we're gonna table for right now. But we're gonna work on some things. Does anybody else have anything?
Do we still have an ordinance for bicycles on the sidewalk?
We do have an ordinance for bicycles, but it follows the state ordinance. So I think they can ride on the sidewalk, is that, no, they can't?
They
No.
cannot ride on the sidewalk, they have
There
to
you
ride in the street,
Okay,
That's what I thought.
and they cannot obstruct traffic.
well, there's a lot of.
We don't
Our
have any
street doesn't
ordinance
have
for
sidewalks.
common sense, that's the problem.
Yeah, mine don't either, but
Yeah,
Same way with the e-bikes, you gotta ride them on the street, but not on the sidewalk, and they cannot obstruct traffic.
okay. Have we put that out on our page? Okay.
I can reshare it.
I was gonna say, I just throw it in there with all this other crap.
Literally.
It's kind of disgusting when you're talking to somebody walking down the road and there's a big pile of poop there. But, yeah.
So did somebody take their horse on the sidewalk and let it poop?
Why
Yes. It was not the Amish, just so you know.
No, they're very good.
Oh, no, they
have
would
good
take
time.
care of that.
Yeah, it was somebody local.
The Amish are good. They don't do that stuff. Okay, if there's no other business, can I get a motion to pay the bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. We do have upcoming meetings, we're gonna have an executive meeting tonight, and then, our next employee meeting for, staff is June 29th at 8:15. And then our next council meeting is July 7th at 6. So I'm not gonna say we're adjourned because we're still to talk, so. Did you have anything? Have you got any luck?
We've had some luck with some people willing to sell some property, and we're working on a few other ones.
I talked to, I don't think he'll care, Darren Carlson was in here the other day, and I asked him about Jackie's place, and he's like, him and Ally would like to sell, it's Glenn that has an emotional thing there, so.
I can't divulge anything, but we're working with you.
Okay.